Welcome to your SAP Business Technology Platform Cockpit journey. The BTP Cockpit is your main workspace. This is where you manage all your SAP BTP services and applications in one central location. For example, you can deploy a new application, assign developer access, and monitor its performance all from here. It's your single point of control for everything you build and run on the platform. Think of it as your control center for cloud applications. This means you can manage, monitor, and configure all your SAP cloud solutions from one single place. For instance, you can start or stop a development environment with just a few clicks. This central access makes managing your cloud landscape straightforward and efficient. Today you will learn to navigate it confidently. This means you'll master moving through the SAP BTP Cockpit to access services, manage applications, and monitor performance. For example, you'll practice setting up a trial account and exploring key areas like sub-accounts and service marketplaces. By the end, you'll feel comfortable and self-assured using the cockpit for your daily tasks. Let's start with logging in for the first time. This means accessing your personal SAP BTP cockpit using your company credentials. For example, as a new developer, you would open the login page and enter your provided username and password. This initial step opens the door to all BTP services and tools. Getting ready, your BTP trial account. You need a valid SAP BTP trial account. This is your free, personal environment to build and test applications without cost. For instance, a developer can use it to create a small app that analyzes sales data. This account is your essential starting point for all hands-on activities in this training. Make sure you have your login credentials ready. This means having your username and password prepared before starting so you can access your SAP BTP trial account without delays. For example, just like having your keys ready to unlock your front door quickly. Being prepared ensures a smooth start to your hands-on experience. We will use a web browser to access the cockpit. This means you simply open Chrome, Firefox, or any browser and go to a specific web address to manage your SAP BTP account, just like you visit a website. For instance, you will log in to check your available services and resources. It is your central hub for everything in your trial. Any modern browser like Chrome or Edge works fine. This means you do not need special software, your everyday internet browser is sufficient. For example, just like you'd log into your email through a browser, you will access BTP the same way. This ensures you can start immediately with tools you already use confidently. Access the SAP Business Technology Platform login page. Open your web browser. This means launching the application like Chrome or Safari on your computer to access the internet. For instance, just as you open an app to check your email, you open your browser to navigate to websites. This is your first essential step to begin working in the SAP BTP platform. Go to cockpit.hana.ondemand.com. This is the web address to access the SAP Business Technology Platform. For instance, just like you visit your email provider's website to check messages, you go here to manage your cloud applications and services. Remember this URL to get started with BTP. This is the main entry point to BTP. Think of it like the front door to a building. You must go through it to access all services inside. For example, just as you visit a specific website URL to check your email, you navigate here to start using BTP tools. Everything begins by logging in through this page. Bookmark this page for easy future access. This means saving the login URL in your browser so you do not have to search for it every time. For instance, just like you bookmark your favorite news site to open it directly. This simple step saves you time and ensures you can always quickly reach the BTP platform to start your work. Step 2. Enter your login credentials. Type your email address in the username field. This means using the full email you registered with, like john.smith@company.com, instead of just a name. For example, if your work email is sarah.jones@appcorp.com, enter that exactly. This ensures the system recognizes you securely and grants access to your SAP BTP resources. Enter your password carefully. This means typing it slowly and accurately to avoid login errors. For example, if you mistype your password, the system will lock you out after several attempts, requiring a reset. Taking this extra moment prevents unnecessary delays and keeps your account secure. Click the Log On button. This action submits your username and password to securely access the SAP BTP Cockpit. For instance, after typing your credentials on the login screen, you click this button to proceed, just like unlocking your phone with a PIN. This finalizes your login process. If you make a mistake, just try again. This means the system is forgiving and won't penalize you for errors during login. For example, if you mistype your password, simply re-enter it correctly. There's no need to worry about locking yourself out immediately. So feel confident to correct any slip-ups and proceed. Welcome to your SAP Business Technology Platform cockpit. This is your main dashboard view. Think of it as your car's dashboard showing speed and fuel. Here it displays your BTP resources and services at a glance. For example, you can immediately see your active Cloud Foundry spaces and their status. Use this screen daily to monitor your environment's health. Take a moment to look around. This means exploring the cockpit interface to get comfortable with its layout and tools. For example, when you first log in, click on different tiles like services or sub-accounts to see what options are available. Familiarity now will make your daily tasks smoother and more efficient. Do not worry, we will explore everything together. This means I'll guide you step by step through the cockpit, so you won't miss any important features. For example, we'll navigate the global account and sub-accounts just like organizing projects in a company. You'll quickly feel confident using all the tools available to you. You are now in your personal cloud workspace. This is your secure, private area in SAP BTP, where you build and manage applications. For instance, you can create a simple app to track team tasks without affecting others' work. Everything you need is right here at your fingertips. Understanding the cockpit layout. Top navigation bar, global controls and user menu. This is the horizontal bar at the top where you manage universal settings and your personal account. For instance, you can switch between different global accounts or check your login profile from here. This area keeps your essential tools and personal options consistently accessible. Left sidebar, main navigation menu. This is your primary tool for accessing all BTP services and tools, similar to a restaurant menu guiding you to different sections. For instance, to manage applications, you'd select Services from here. It ensures you can efficiently navigate and manage every aspect of your BTP environment. Center area, your main workspace. This is where you access and manage all your applications, services, and resources. For instance, when you want to create a new database, you would perform that action right here. This central hub is where all your core development and administrative tasks are accomplished. Right side, additional tools and information. This area houses extra utilities like logs, monitoring tools, and support resources for deeper insights. For example, if your application is slow, you check performance metrics here. It is your go-to spot for everything beyond the main navigation and workspace. The global navigation bar. User menu, your account and settings. This is where you manage your personal BTP profile and preferences. For example, you can update your password or language settings here. This keeps your workspace secure and tailored to your needs, ensuring a smooth and personalized experience every time you log in. Help button, get assistance when needed. This button provides immediate support and resources directly within the platform. For example, if you are configuring a service and get stuck, clicking this button can quickly show you relevant help documentation or guide you to contact support. It ensures you always have a way to resolve issues efficiently. Region selector, choose your cloud location. This means you select the specific physical data center where your SAP BTP applications will run. For example, if your users are in Europe, you might choose the Frankfurt region to ensure faster performance for them. This simple choice directly impacts your application's speed and data residency compliance. Search, find features quickly. This means you can type keywords to locate tools or services without manual browsing. For instance, if you need the SAP HANA database, simply type HANA to access it directly. This saves valuable time and streamlines your workflow in SAP BTP. The left navigation menu. Home, return to dashboard anytime. This means with one click, you can always navigate back to your main starting screen. For instance, if you are deep in monitoring an application's performance, you can instantly go back to your overview dashboard without clicking back multiple times. It ensures you never feel lost and can quickly reorient yourself in the platform. Services, discover available cloud services. This is where you explore SAP's ready-to-use tools in the cloud. For instance, an HR team can find a service to build a custom employee onboarding portal. This menu is your starting point for accessing all the capabilities you need. Sub-accounts, manage your workspaces. Think of them as separate digital areas where you can organize and run different applications or projects independently. For example, a company could use one sub-account for development and another for production testing. This structure helps you keep your work neatly separated and controlled. Security, control access and permissions. This means managing who can view or use specific BTP services and data. For example, granting developers access to development tools while restricting financial data to the accounting team. Proper security settings ensure that only authorized individuals interact with your cloud applications and resources. Your primary workspace environment. This area changes based on what you select. This means your screen adapts to show relevant tools and options for your current task. For instance, selecting development displays coding environments, while analytics shows dashboards. This dynamic interface ensures you always have the right resources at hand for efficient work. Shows details, configurations, and results. This means your workspace displays all the information, settings, and outcomes for your applications and services. For example, when deploying an app, you can see its status, adjust memory settings, and view its URL after launch. This central view keeps everything organized and accessible in one place, where you will do most of your work. This is the central hub for accessing all your SAP BTP tools and services, like development environments and administration consoles. For example, after logging in, you can immediately start building applications or managing cloud resources from here. It's the primary space for all your daily BTP activities. Content adapts to your current task. This means the interface and tools you see automatically adjust to what you are actively working on. For instance, when you begin developing an application, the workspace will prioritize showing you relevant code editors and deployment options. This intelligent adjustment ensures your environment is always optimized for immediate productivity. Welcome to the Dashboard Overview Quick Tour. Welcome card, quick start guides and tips. This is your central hub for onboarding resources and best practices to begin using SAP BTP effectively. For example, if you are new to development, it directs you to tutorials for creating your first application. Use this card regularly to accelerate your learning and project setup. Service usage, see what you are running. This means you can monitor your active SAP BTP services, their status and resource consumption in real time. For instance, if you have an app using the SAP HANA Cloud database, you can check its current data storage and compute usage directly from here. Staying informed helps you manage costs and performance effectively. Recent activity, track your work. This means the dashboard shows a list of your latest actions and updates in one place. For example, after you deploy a new app, you can immediately see its status and any recent changes here. This keeps you informed and helps you monitor progress efficiently. Getting started, helpful tutorials. These are step-by-step guides that walk you through basic BTP tasks, like setting up your first cloud application. For example, you could follow a tutorial to deploy a simple Hello World app to the cloud. Following these tutorials will quickly build your confidence and foundational skills. Navigate to the SAP BTP services in your global account. Click Services in the left menu. This means selecting the Services option from the navigation panel on the left side of your SAP BTP Cockpit. For instance, if you want to see all available services like workflow or analytics, you would perform this action. This is your starting point for accessing and managing services. See the catalog of available services. This means you can view a complete, organized list of all the different tools SAP BTP offers. For instance, you might browse this list to find a database or analytics service for your project. This catalog is your central starting point for discovering what you can build and use. Notice how the workspace changes. This means the screen updates to show new options and tools relevant to the service you have selected. For instance, after clicking on SAP HANA Cloud, the interface shifts to display databases and management controls instead of the general service list. This dynamic adjustment helps you focus on the specific task at hand, making your work more efficient. Try clicking different service categories. This helps you explore the various types of tools available, like databases or AI services. For instance, you might click Analytics to find tools for creating business reports. Familiarizing yourself with these categories is essential for using the platform effectively. Practice. Return to Home. Click Home in the left menu. This navigates you back to the main dashboard from any screen. For example, when you are done checking a cloud application, click Home to return to your central workspace. It is your quick way to reset and find all available tools again. You are back to your dashboard. This means you have returned to your main SAP BTP starting screen where all services are accessible. For example, after checking your Cloud Foundry space, you click Home to see all available tools again. This centralized view helps you quickly navigate between different platform areas for your next task. This is your safe starting point. This means you can always navigate back to the main SAP BTP Cockpit homepage from anywhere in the system. For example, if you get lost while configuring a service, clicking Home resets your view. It ensures you never feel stuck and can begin any task confidently from a familiar screen. Practice moving between Home and services. This means learning to navigate from the main dashboard back to the list of available services and vice versa. For instance, after checking your account details on the home page, you can return to services to launch the SAP HANA Cloud database. Mastering this navigation is essential for efficient platform use. You did it. Here are your key takeaways. You can successfully log into BTP Cockpit. This means accessing the central web interface to manage your cloud services. For instance, a developer enters their credentials to view and control their applications and data. Mastering this first step is essential for all your future BTP activities. You understand the main layout areas. This means you can identify the different sections of the SAP Fiori Launchpad, like the header, navigation, and content areas. For example, you know the user menu is always in the top header. This foundational knowledge helps you navigate any SAP application efficiently. You can navigate between Home and services. This means you can easily switch from the main dashboard to access all available tools. For instance, if you start on Home, you can click Services to explore offerings like the SAP HANA database. Mastering this navigation is essential for efficiently using the platform's full capabilities. You are ready to explore more features. This means you have the foundational knowledge to independently discover and learn additional BTP capabilities. For example, you could now try building a simple app using the Business Application Studio. Continue building on this solid base to expand your skills confidently. Continue your exploration journey. Practice logging in and out a few times. This ensures you become comfortable with the secure access process to SAP BTP. For instance, after completing your daily development work, log out and then log back in the next morning. Mastering this routine builds confidence and reinforces security habits from the start. Click around different menu items safely. This means freely exploring the SAP BTP Cockpit to learn its layout without fear of breaking anything. For instance, navigate through the Services and Sub-Accounts sections just to see what options are available. This hands-on practice is the fastest way to build your confidence and familiarity with the platform. Remember, you cannot break anything by exploring. This means our training environment is a safe sandbox where your experiments will not cause real system damage. For instance, try creating a new destination. You can freely test configurations without risk. So, dive in and learn through hands-on practice with complete confidence. Next lesson, creating your first cloud service. This means you will build a simple application that runs on SAP BTP and can be accessed over the internet. For example, creating a service that provides real-time weather updates to a mobile app. This hands-on step will solidify your understanding of cloud development and prepare you for more advanced projects.